Hey guys, Crozado Maximus here, and today this isn't a card video. Now, I know I've just introduced my trading card game and I've done a whole bunch of videos on it, but now I'm not doing that, I'm doing something else. So, at the time of recording this, I literally just published the first episode of my new podcast that I'm doing with a mate over on E-Man Productions. Great guy. If you haven't checked him out, I've mentioned him on this channel already. He's amazing. And so we're doing a podcast together, and it's just finished publishing. So, well, it's almost finished publishing. It's just got to get reviewed, I think. So we've got a challenge in this episode to create a new dinosaur, right? And so I thought that I would make a video of me doing that. So I am going to get up some reference images because I am going to be making something that I've come up with this idea before, but it's called a Stegosaurus. Right? So it's a combination of a Stegosaurus and an Ankylosaurus. So I've got my phone here. Let's go with this image, seems like a nice one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a Stegosaurus, right? And then I'm going to add in some Ankylosaurus features. Alright, so I'm going to get onto that. I don't think I'll time-lapse this. I think it would be cooler if I just, well, not cooler, but I reckon I'm just gonna kind of talk over it in real time. Alright, so here we go. This is already turning out quite bad. Okay. Shaking the camera. Alright. You know what? I think it might be best if I just kind of... if I get an Ankylosaurus. Ankylosaurus. That's not how you spell it. There's a D in there that I didn't type. That's Ankylosaurus. Anyway. Ankylosaurus. Okay. And keep the head in the same spot. Of course, it's not the same head. Okay. The rough shape of an Ankylosaurus head. I'm going to bring this down here. Oof, that's not the best. By the way, this is going to be upside down for you because I'm not on this side of the camera, I'm on this side. Well, I'm on... wait. I just confused myself. I'm over here, but you guys are over there, so I need to be... so I can't draw like this, where it's the right way up for you. I've got to draw like this, where it's the right way up for me. Alright. So I'm actually using the same microphone here that I used to record the podcast, which is cool. Okay, so we've got a leg. Alright, so while I'm drawing this, I'm going to discuss the podcast with you guys a bit, I think. So, this podcast is called The Movie Suspects. I almost forgot what it was called because we've had a name change. It was originally called something else, but then we found out that someone already had that same podcast name as us. So we changed it, and now it's called The Movie Suspects, which is because we were really struggling for a name, and Ethan was just like, oh yeah, let's call it The Usual Suspects. I'm like, no, that's a movie. So I was like, alright then, The Movie Suspects, and we got it all sorted out. Hooray. Alright. this. This is very chubby. That's okay. Right, so now I'm going to draw the plate. I'm going to start with the biggest plate. Okay, so in this podcast we discuss a different film. Our first film was Jurassic Park. You can go check it out on, hopefully, not yet, but you will be able to check it out on Spotify, Podcast Addict, I don't remember, Podchain I think it was. I don't remember what it's called, but there's a ton of places. I'll put a couple of links in the description. And yeah, it's just really cool. So we've got one episode out. It will be on YouTube, but we've got to figure out where on YouTube we're going to do it, like if we get another account for it, or yeah, I don't really know. But yeah. So yeah, we've got the first episode is about Jurassic Park, and basically what we do in these episodes, or what we will be doing, is we'll be taking a podcast and basically just breaking it down and going, right, well, here's a few things, here's a few things that we liked, here's a few things that we disliked, you know, like going through the plot. So if you haven't seen the movie, I say this in the podcast, but if you haven't seen that movie, there will be spoilers for it. So just be warned, okay? I mean, this was Jurassic Park, so I don't think we really needed to say spoiler warning, but we did anyway. Well, I did. So yeah. So obviously, so we're gonna hopefully have a challenge for the for each episode, and it's going to be themed around whatever movie. So this one was create a dinosaur, because obviously it's Jurassic Park and that's what InGen likes to do. So like splicing together dinosaurs usually doesn't go that well for them. I'm going to start working on the tail, so I'm going to do that. You can't see, I just realised. Sorry about that. Alright, so we're doing that. And that, so I'm currently just putting in the Stegosaurus spikes. Here we are. And then I'm going to add the club of the Ankylosaurus tail behind it. Here we are. Right, I think we're nearing the end of this drawing. I might colour it in as well. But I'm gonna line and get some line art for it. Let's do the toes. Oh, and Ethan, if you're watching this, you're going down. Alright, and the toes. So the way that this challenge is going to work, I mentioned this in the podcast again, really just removing all need for you to watch the podcast, but anyway, you should go watch it anyway. It took us a while to make, so, well, actually I say it took us a while, it actually took us ages to make. Like, we haven't been recording for hours upon hours, it's only like a half-hour podcast, but we've tried to record so many times and it just hasn't worked. But now we should be getting into a much better routine where we'll be recording at a set time each week. Hopefully each week. It might not be next week, I don't really know, each week, but yeah, so and the toes on the other foot. So yeah, the way this is going to work, me and Ethan have have a channel that only we can write in. Oh wow, that's so great. I need to redo those toes. And so basically we put in our submissions into each of the challenges, and then you guys can vote for them. And then if you guys want, you've got another channel where you can put in your own challenge entries, because I know there's a lot of creative people out there who would love this. So yeah, just go make sure you listen to the podcast, because obviously there's more details that I haven't said, because I'm not going to say them, because otherwise that would remove all need for you to go listen to the podcast if you know the challenge already. So yeah, if you want to participate in the challenge, there's more things that you can do. There's more things to do in this challenge. So I keep losing my train of thought because I've got to focus on drawing as well. I don't understand how people do this. Stegosaurus, any other details I can add? There really aren't that many. Alright, I think this is the drawing done. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to try adding another dinosaur. Let's add Triceratops. Here we are. Okay, so this is going to be kind of annoying to make because I've already done this, but let's erase that so that I can get in this distinctive frill, which actually kind of comes down like this. There's probably a lot of people that know more about dinosaurs than me that would be going like, no, that frill's not distinctive, there are tons of dinosaurs with that frill. But I don't really care. People who don't know a ton about dinosaurs will know. We'll see that and think, oh cool, you've combined Triceratops, especially since I'm doing 3 horns, which, I mean, when you see those 3 horns, yeah, it's obvious that it's a Triceratops. Alright, getting in the big tall ones that don't bend backwards, they bend forwards. I only say that because I was making them bend backwards. That is such a great one. I can fix that when I do line art. Okay, let's add some spikes around here. Also, you want a little bit of trivia for the podcast, or about the podcast. There's actually one episode up on, I think it was Podbean, but then it was, unless I paid for it, it was only up there for 91 days, so I decided to see if there were any other ones, and there was Spreaker is the one that I ended up going with. So now the podcast is up on Spreaker, which is pretty cool. It's also on Podcast Addict. If we have a look right here. Yep, if we have a look, you can not really see that very well, but that top notification there, that is the playoff of Podcast Addict. I was just testing if it works, and it does, which means that we have a fully functioning podcast that is published and out there in the world. Okay, I don't know why I'm erasing that first. Alright, I don't use this pen much. Right, now I've got a pen, because I couldn't find my fine liner. I don't know where it's gone. So what do I use? Okay, so I'm just gonna grab another sheet of paper so that I can get this pen to work a little better. Oh, and guys, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see for my next video. Would you like to see... it'll probably be a cards video again, but it might not be. Okay, I've got a few things that it could be for you. So it could either be a Lego video, which would probably be like a Lego Hero Factory or Bionicle video. It wouldn't be like a, your bricks. It would be your skeleton pieces and stuff. And ooh, that's a bad foot. Oh well, drawn over it now. Anyway, or it could be one of two card videos. Or it could be an art video like I'm doing now, but like it would just be generic art. It wouldn't be for anything. It could be one of two card videos. It could be so my last video was all about magic element. It could be all about, say, fire element, I think I had for next, or earth element. One of them, I can't remember which. Or it could be, I've got an archetype in the game that I kind of want to show you, which could be interesting. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think my next video should be called. Not called, about. So yeah, I think so the archetype is a very, very powerful archetype. It's probably, if played well, it can be the most powerful archetype in the game. But I mean, part of that is luck. Playing well, because you've got to get the right cards if you want it to be played powerfully. But there is another archetype which I haven't actually finished all the cards for yet, which is also very powerful, and that is just like, it's a little less powerful than the max power of the other one, but then it's easier to get it more powerful, so yeah. I mean, again, it just depends on what cards you're dealt, but still. Alright, applying the finishing touches to this. Now I'm going to go back into time lapse. Alright, now the problem that I just had there was this pen is erasable. So this eraser started erasing it. But no matter, I'm just going to get on with colouring it. Okay, so I've got this, and I wish I could flip it over because that's where I do all of my colouring on that side. But I can't because somebody wrote my name all over it many, many times, which actually surprisingly wasn't me, genuinely. But alas, I have to do it on this side, so here we are. I've got some alcohol markers. They're not actually Copics, they're... grab one. They are touch markers. They're actually really cool, but anyway. That's enough of that. Let's grab me a warm grey, which is probably going to be the main colour used here, and let's get into it. Oh, maybe not a warm grey. Okay. Sure, a bronze grain seems like a okay colour. Let's grab my spare sheet of paper again. I reckon that, but I'm also going to use some of this brick brown for the main body, for reasons that you'll see in a minute. This is not the best artwork that I've ever done, but not really that bad. Alright, now I'm just going to grab my erasable pen and write. Just messed up. No, I didn't. There. Go. Low. There. Stegosaurus. Look at that. Oh, I've got the U. You didn't see anything. Alright. Alright, so that's about it. Let me know what you think of this Stegosaurus. I think it looks pretty cool. Obviously, it's a Triceratops mixed with a Stegosaurus mixed with an Ankylosaurus mixed with a tree, apparently. I don't know what I was thinking there, but it kind of works. Maybe he's walking through a swamp. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Make sure to vote for me, obviously. Check out the podcast. Like, seriously, I would be so happy if you guys checked out the podcast. If we got a few, like even just a few listens, that would be amazing. But anyway, that's all I've got time for today. Yeah, well, it's Crazy Maximus, signing out. See you next time.